it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Got a great one today. You might not know the band name, but I'm sure you know the song. This is I'm Not in Love by 10cc. I didn't even know the band name until, well, today. But I know the song very well. I feel like I've heard it my entire life. So we're going to be doing this recorded the year I was born, or at least the year I was born. So I just dated myself. Well, great. So we're going to get through all this. It's just a beautiful song. Got some really cool stuff in it, some cool chords. So I'm going to take you through the whole thing. Before I do though, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and ring that notification bell so you know when I see a new video and all that good stuff. And if you really want to support what I do here on YouTube, check out what else I do on the web, which is my online guitar school. It's the GL365 Academy. You'll see a link to it in the description below. That link will give you a free 7-day trial to it, by the way. Now, my academy contains all of my guitar courses, covering, we have complete beginner courses to more advanced courses in technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone. I'm constantly adding new stuff to it every week. You get personalized support from me. You also get, we go live every week, so I'll go live video chats with Academy members every week. So it's a fun community. Please come over there and join us. All right, so I'm in standard tuning here, and really cool song here, but it got some interesting stuff going on with the chord work. So some of this chord work, I'm going to give you a couple of options. One, how they're playing it on the recording, and then another one that won't actually give you tendonitis. So you can choose which one you want to play. All right, so we've got this intro. Now that you actually do that progression 4 times, not twice, but you know, I'm sort of kind of speeding things up here. So now this is something that you can do a much easier version of it down here, but let me show you how they're doing it first. So you basically have an A major chord over a B. So they're grabbing this bar here, this the 5th fret on B, high B and the high E. 2nd fret there, 6th fret on the G, 7th fret there on the D. And you gotta reach over, not comfortable, and grab that B with your thumb in the bass. Cheat it maybe, do it like this. That's a lot more comfortable actually. And then move it to like a standard Hendrix major chord, where you're still at 7th fret, still at the thumb's still at the 7th fret, but now that you move that bar up, that major chord up to a B. So now it's just an official B chord. So now let's see footage of them doing this, kind of rotating this back and keeping the thumb. I know the guy who's like singing for them now is not the original guy who did this stuff, so you know, who knows, but this is kind of an easier way of doing it. So you get that B in the bass over underneath an A major, and then straight to a B. Or you can do that if you want to play it like that, but to make it sound more like it, just kind of play those top 4 strings. So if you want to rotate between those chords, or if your thumb's comfortable, just move this down. So they do this 4 times at the beginning of the song. You're gonna quickly jump up and grab a little diminished thing. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna keep these 2 fingers here, the 7th fret there on the B and the 8th fret there on the G. So you're playing that B chord. All you're doing is taking the B's here, so that when you're doing your thumb, and the one you're playing here, the octave of that, the 9th fret on the D string, move those both up 1 fret, while you keep those other 2 fingers where they're at. And that's a quick little transition to when they go into the actual song. So it's like. Alright, and then from there we actually get to the verse, which is just a fantastic verse here. So it looks like this. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you got me. I'm not in love, no. Alright, so actually, first, before I do this, let me show you the non-tendinitis version of this. These chords right here, you can just play like this. An A major triad here, across the second fret of the D, G, and the B, with that second fret on the A, so there's the B right there. So, it's just a second fret across the 4 middle strings. And then just make it a full B chord, just taking this up to the 4th fret of the D, G, and the B, with that still that second fret on the A string. So that's an easier version of the intro. Not the same voicing that they're playing on the recording though. And then you do that little diminished chord down here, which is 3rd fret there on the A, 4th on the D, 5 on the G, 4 on the B. All right, now let's get to the verse chords. So you start with that. They're doing the chorus here because it just sounds more mellow than doing. And once again, you'll see the more recent videos, the guy playing guitar, he'll start with this chord, the major chord, then he'll switch to A minor down here. But if you look at older videos, they're doing it all up here. So we're going to do it there too, because it really adds that kind of more subdued sound. So, thumb at the 5th fret on the low E string, 7th fret on the D, 6 on the G, and 5 on the B. Then make that a minor chord by, you're going to now bar the 5th fret across the G and the B. So you're going to move that 6th fret down to the 5th fret down to G. So you have to bar that 5th fret across the G and the B. So it is. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. Alright, from there we're going to go to a G sharp minor chord. So you can play that like this. I like it kind of just as the full G minor. So full bar at the 4th fret there. And then the 6th fret on the A string, the 6th fret on the D. You'll see them play this live now. Same guy plays that as a minor 7, but I'm not hearing that minor 7 on the recording. So just keep it as a minor chord. We take that minor chord and then make it a major chord by adding the 5th fret there and down the G. So we have this. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm gone. Then what we're going to do is keep that full bar at the 4th fret, and you're going to go over and play this C sharp minor chord, but you can still keep that well, in this case it's the 5th in the bass, this G sharp. So you still do a full bar. So you get the 4th fret on the A, 4th fret on the low E, 6th fret on the D and the G, 5th fret on that B. And obviously full bar is getting that 4th fret on the high E. So we have this. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. Sorry. So after this C sharp minor, then might not be doing this on the guitar, but they are doing this in the instrumentation of the band, the synth pick up this, make it a minor 7. So we're just gonna, the 6th fret there on the G, move it down to a 4. Just lift up that note. You got it in the bar. Now live, more currently, they also do this little move. They do that with a note on the D string. Now that's following something that's going on in the synth parts on the recording, but I don't think the guitars are doing it on the recording. But you can, it sounds good, so you can do that if you want. This, like, when you get to that minor 7, kind of moving that up and down, rotating. So all together we have this. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly face I'm going through. Repeat. Just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, but you got me. So after you've done it twice, then we go back to the A. I'm not in love, no, no. Take it up to a B, 2 frets. All right, so now there's this little transition thing that happens over, it's all these are happening over a kind of an E drone. Now, this, when I see them play this more recently live, it also, one of the chords doesn't quite match up with the recording, so I'm going to kind of do what I think is going on in the recording, not when you'll see the guy play live. I'll talk about what he does now. That's how I think it's played. And then it goes back to the verse. So it's just an E major to start. And then right here, it's kind of like just an F sharp minor chord with an E in the bass. So you can maybe call it an F sharp minor 7 in 3rd version. But we basically have the open E, 4th fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D, G, and the B. And then here, when I see them play live recently, they just go back to this big kind of E minor 7 chord, which is just all the strings open except the 2nd fret there on the A. And then back to this chord we just played. But on the recording, I'm hearing at least the whole harmony of the instrumentation of the band is going up all the way up to here. So it makes an E minor 7 up here. So that's the open E, 5th fret on the A and the D, 4th fret on the G, 3rd fret there on the B. And then back to the chord we just did. So we have this. So I just think that sounds a little bit better, closer to the actual original recording at least. And then we're back to the same verse we did before. Yeah, so it was like, I'd like to see you. By the way, if you don't like this major to minor transition, you can do a regular bar chord. Or even down here, A major, the minor. But I start out showing you the actual way they play it, because if I don't, I get yelled at online, so it's not fun. So anyway, different ways you can play it, whatever's way is comfortable for you. All right, so we just have that kind of same verse goes. I'd like to see you, but then again, it doesn't mean you mean that much to me. So if I call you, don't make a fuss, don't tell your friends about the two of us. So here we go to that. When we get to the E, we don't have this little transition and straight back to a verse. There's this whole section of like all these vocals and speaking parts. All of it is based around kind of an E, kind of. There's a little bass solo. So I think it's cool just kind of, if you're doing this in a, you know, a little coffee house and you need to figure out what to do here, because obviously it's not recreatable without, you know, a bunch of singers and instruments, you can just kind of mess around in E. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of picking across, kind of open B and open high. Basically play Mama, I'm Coming Home. I don't know, whatever you want. So kind of learn your E major scale up the G string. And then just kind of have some fun with it. Kind of rotating across that open B. So what you want to do is coming out of that part and then slowly, just one time, work your way into those intro chords, just one. So you kind of like, and then we have worked your way back into the verse. I think it works. You gotta figure out something to do there because it's crazy. All right, so then we just get back to the same verse. Keep a picture upon the wall. It has a nasty stain. It's lying there. Kind of just think the same old thing that we did before. All right, now we have a new section, so the bridge shows up here. And let me play through that for you real quick, and I'll show you how to play it. So here we go. Oh, you wait a long time for me. Oh, you wait a long time. Oh, you wait a long time for me. So this bridge is going to start here with this A minor, and then you go to you play this, keep the A minor, but you're going to add a G in the bass. So there's the bass line's kind of always moving around here. So we have the A minor, then the same chord, but put the G in the bass. And then we have the D with F sharp in the bass, so the first inversion D. So that's just a regular D chord with that second fret there on the low E. Let's do this. Then to a G chord. Then another passing tone that's F sharp on the low E string. You can hit the other chords of the G over that as well. And then the E minor chord is where it's working its way down. And then we're going to make this an E minor 7 chord, or you could just pick the open D string there, because you want to hear that kind of line keep moving. So like this. Don't play that full chord there. Don't go all the way to the high E, that sounds stupid. So we want to play this, if you're going to strum across this chord, keep it no higher than the B string. Really just kind of the middle string. this all together. And then back to the A minor, to the A minor with the G in the bass, or call it an A minor 7 in third inversion, and then that D chord with the F sharp in the bass, and then so that's the same move we did earlier, kind of in the intro. Well, they're doing it off of an E though, so we have the we have a D major chord with E in the bass. So you can hit the open E here, and then you're gonna play the bar across the 7th fret of the A, D, G, and B. And then you move it to a full E major chord. Still got the open E, still the 7th fret on the A, but now it's the 9th fret across the D, G, and the B. So all together for the progression, you're gonna do twice. So, then you just kind of repeat that again this basically bridges that twice. All right, then we go back into the last verse. It kind of ends a little bit differently. That takes us through the end of the song. So it looks like this. I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I got you wrong, get the wrong thing you got me. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. All right, so that's just kind of what we're kept the same progression, except when it starts over, it doesn't go to. It just does that very ending instead of going. My love, no, no. It does this. I'm not in love. Does the same A major to A minor. I'm not in love. And then from there, switch right to what we did in the intro. It's the outro of the song as well. This vocal harmony has been going a whole song, just go crazy again. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a very unique song, and it's got some challenging ways. If you want to play it like they play it on the recording, it can be kind of challenging, especially if you're not good at thumb chords and stuff. But it's pretty rewarding. It's a beautiful song, got a great melody to it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.